What's going on? My name's Merks. I'm from Melbourne. As soon as I got to Melton, it was a different story. I was rapping at school and had heaps of mates. We went to an Enter show one night and Enter said he noticed him because he was singing every single word for word. So 2015, I popped off. I went to jail and it's about 2 years. It was going good for, and then you got locked up. Third time you go in, it's like fourth time I've come over it now. Like you were saying before, I'm done with it.
Young soldier of God, steady march.
Yo, it's your boy Dave here, and this is the Fallon Show. Hope all is going well out there. God bless you all. How about you introduce yourself, brother, and where you're from?
What's going on? My name's Merks. I'm from Melbourne, and I'm a rapper.
No worries, man. So, I mean, that's an introduction for the people that don't know, but there's actually a few blokes that know this guy right here. So, just like he said, he's a rapper from the streets of Melbourne there. How's your day going anyway, man?
Yeah, not bad, bro. Just coming back at home.
Nice, bro. Welcome to the show anyway, man. It's good to have you on, cuz.
It's good to be here.
So I'll leave all his links in the description there. Go check him out. He's actually already racking up the views. I mean, bro, what are some of your tracks, man, for the people that don't know? It's Merk today.
Yeah, Merk is popping off right now. Like, it's been popping off since I dropped it. Letter to Heaven, it's a good one. What else have I done this year? Melrak.
Yep, that's a dope one. Well, man, I mean, you've already been in the rap game for a few years, so I've seen a lot of rappers coming out of Melbourne and Aussie, which is good to see. But this bloke's a bit different because I know him. So me and this bloke have actually done a bit of time together. So we're at Port Phillip up in Gorgon Unit a couple of years ago. So the difference is I actually know this guy, actually seen this guy around. So bro, again, man, it's good to have you on the show, and it's good to see you out and about and doing your thing. How long you been out of jail for?
I got out in August last year.
August last year, and well, you just been pumping the music since then.
Yeah, like before I went to jail, I only done 6 months, but before then I was meant to like knuckle down with my music because the jail just kept fucking me up, Like I'd drop a song and then try to kick off, and then I'd go to jail, so then we'll lose the buzz. But I dropped Unholy Water, then went to jail, so that put a stop to it. And then since I got out after Merk it, I'm just gonna smash it out hopefully this year, no more jail and just fuck it up.
Yeah, for sure, man. I mean, I'm sure if you just stay out of jail, you'll definitely crack it. Because like I said, the man's already racking up the views, so it's definitely good to see, man.
Yeah, it's good. Like I'm not doing nothing that I was doing before I went to jail, Like I'm actually like knuckling down, like working, So it's not if I won't be going back, So this year I'm gonna fuck it up.
Nice, man. Well, yeah, again, man, that's good to hear. So again, me and the brother here done a bit of time together. We're in the unit together. We're in the pod. So again, it's good to see the brother out and deciding to stay out and all of that. Bro, how long you been rapping for now? Because we were in together 2018, eh?
Yeah, 2017 to 18, yeah. So
and you was already rapping then. You had already dropped some music by already then.
Yeah. I was I got really well known in like 2000, I think 2015 or 2014.
So that's when you dropped your first track, was it?
No, it's not my first track, but it was I done a track with Enter, and then I've done 2 tracks with Enter. So because he had a big fan base, those 2 tracks got like had a lot more eyes on me, and then they listened to the next track and so on and so forth.
Yeah. So then how did it go from over the years? I mean,
yeah, well, 2016, I was like smashing it. That's where I got most of my fan base from, I reckon, anyway. But then went to jail, and then I'd get out and do like maybe 2 tracks a year, like I'd done Not the Way and Trap House. And then I'd go to jail and then get out, and I don't think I released anything for about 2 years or something. But in that time, I've just like built up track after track. I've got like 8 or 9 unreleased tracks ready to go.
Ready to go, huh? Man, that sounds good, bro. Good to hear. So, I mean, bro, so like, obviously we're locked up together, but I don't know too much about you. I know you're from Melton, so I know a few boys from Melton. There's a few solid heads from Melton in jail. So, is that so? That's where you grew up, was it? Is that where you're originally from, or?
I'm from Broadie originally, like from when I was born to 11, I was in Broady.
So northern suburbs.
Yeah, and then moved to Melton, like as I was just about to turn 12. But I didn't do nothing. Like when I was in Broady, I was like just went to school, came home, just did nothing, you know. Like, so I don't say I'm from there because I didn't really do nothing there. You know, no one knows me there. I don't know anyone there.
Yeah, yeah. But then you started getting in the mix when you moved out. When you moved
Yeah,
out to Melton. So I
yeah.
mean, for people that don't know, man, can you paint a picture of Melton, bro? For like, say, my New Zealand viewers and that. How's it out there in Melton?
Oh, it's like it's a rough area, but like it's what you make of it, sort of thing. You know, like when I moved here, I wanted to get in trouble and join gangs and shit like that. Like it's not like you're forced to do it. You know, like I made it for me.
Yeah, nah, well, that's right there, bro. Yeah,
But
100%.
if you want to have like a rough time, it's a good spot to have a rough time.
Yeah, I heard, man. Like I said, man, I gotten around with a few boys from Melton over the years, so I've had a few on the show actually. So yeah, I
Yeah,
know a few different heads. So like, so when did the rapping come into play, man? Like, when did you start? Was that young or?
yeah. I was 7 when I wrote my first track when I was 7. Yeah. Um, I used to go to this anger management course like through my school, like with my mum, and that other kids from there, like my mum and his mum made friends, and they went to go have coffee and some shit after the anger management meeting, and like this kid showed me the Eminem show, it's on a CD, and that was the first time I heard rap, and I stole the CD and that, and then I listened to that for about I don't know, like about 4 years straight, and like then I got instrumentals, found out what an instrumental was, and I just mimicked all of his tracks, you know.
Yeah, yeah. Eminem show, man. That's a classic.
Yeah, that was it. That's once that sold me.
Yeah. So then, I mean, from there, bro. I mean, how did you go through high school and all that?
Yeah, so when I was in Broady, like I think it was like year 7 and a little bit of 8, I was in Broady still. It was completely different. Like I had no, not like I had no mates, but it was like I was just, well, I didn't have like a personality yet, sort of thing. You know what I mean? But like as soon as I got to Melton, it was a different story. Like I was rapping at school and like had heaps of mates. You know, like so then I never really told many people I rapped, but these other kids like in my same year level, they I think one of them actually. They made a couple of tracks, about this shit that was going down in Melton with a few gangs, and everyone was frothing them, loving their tracks, like saying he's like Tupac, this, that. I'm like thinking to myself, I can do heaps better than that, And the boys like fuck off, So like when I like the first time I spat, like I was so nervous, like I was just mumbling really, but like even then, like I was about I think 14 then, and then I just bodied everyone that was making tracks at the time, and then once I seen people's reaction, then I got my confidence up, and then thought I'm gonna have a good crack at it.
Ah, that's bad, bro. What? So where did you first start recording and that?
I think it would have been that time I was just speaking about. It would have been 14, so that was 2007 or something, 2008.
Wow, around 2007 and 8, all the way back then. So that's when you first. Well, and then it's what? So you got a little hype going.
Yeah, that was like just Bluetooth. Like we used Bluetooth for different jobs phones. So like
Yeah,
it's just the local buzz, Like and then it was like a big thing if someone from another suburb, they'd hear like, oh look that rapper, like famous. You know what I mean? This guy knows me from Werribee and.
yeah, hard man, all day, bro. What? So then, like, so where did you start going from there, man? So how did you bump into Inso and that?
Through like it's like my brother I grew up with in Melton. Like we're not blood, but um, might as well be. He was like, we went to an Enter show one night, and Enter said he noticed him because he was singing every single word for word. So Enter put him up on stage, and so then my mate knew. And so every time Enter come to Melbourne, he'd call my brother up for like, come pick back anything he needs in Melbourne.
Oh, what? That's sick, man.
I'm like obviously glued to my mates hip, like I'm coming, you know what I mean? And I sent him a couple CDs and that, and like he listened to them, but he just never, I don't know what it was, he just never got back to me about it. But then one day I got him at, I think it was my brother's birthday. He was on the balcony at the motel, and I like walked out and shut the door behind me. And just met him on the balcony, and I'm like, bro, just give me a minute, you know? And I spat him a song called "Sound of the Slums" that I wrote back then. And then that was it. He walked in and he's like to my brother, "How come you haven't told me about him?" He's like, "We've told you 8 times. We sent you CDs and everything." And then next time I was in Sydney was when I done the 2 tracks with him, and then I got a good fan base going, and I had my own fans after that.
Oh, true. What? So then, what did you start performing after that?
Yeah, look, I performed like before all this happened, like in Melton, like at pubs and you know, but like I'd get like the crowd would be like my mates, you know what I mean? Like that's it. They're
Yeah,
like,
but that's where it starts, huh?
yeah. But then once I kicked off with Enter, I've done a few shows with him, and like Luxury, Sesk, and all when we done Trap Runners. That's when it like got proper, you know. That's when I like
Yeah.
started, like, you know, people asking me for photos of like in other states, like people from the other side of the country are saying they know me from my music, and I'm like, you know, if I want to do it, I have a good crack at it, you know.
Yeah, 100%, man. What? So then you started performing. So you started performing on stage and that. Like, when did? How long until? So you were performing for a few years before you got locked up, was it? Or a year or two, and then you got locked up, was it?
Yeah,
The first that time that we were together.
yeah, I would have been out for a bit. Yeah, so 2015 I popped off. I went to jail, and it's about 2 years. It was going good for, and then yeah, I got locked up.
Can you go into that at all, bro? What happened there, or don't have to?
Yeah, so the music popped off, and like I was like flying to Sydney a lot. Like any money I had, plane tickets, I was not home a lot, you know. So me and my kid's mum, like you know, was already getting on the rocky roads, you know, the relationship. But while I was going to Sydney and shit, she's had an affair with this other guy. Anyway, like I've come back from Sydney. I don't know about any of this. I find out one night when I'm at a club in Melton. She said to piss me off, you know, and I thought, off, you know, I'm like, you're bluffing. Like, what's this? You know, give me a name then. She like gave me his name, address, so like I know who the bloke is, everything. And then I like went spastic and turned on her, like smashed the house. And I went to like I made this bloke put like $5,000 in my account, and that's extortion. Like the whole time when he's recording me, like his missus is behind him saying, "I'm gonna call the jacks," but she was already videotaping me.
Oh, so he ended up lagging you.
Yeah, so like they fucking had me on video and everything. So they done me with extortion, and then yeah, that's when I went to. I had about the $5,000 he put in my account. It's all I had, and I'm like, I went and spent the money and just ran amok for like however long that took me. And then once that was gone, I turned myself in. I had $60 left.
You ended up turning yourself and yeah, fair enough. So then, well, so then you done that bit of time, and then like, how was it for you coming out? Like, did it affect your music career at all? Like, did you have a manager by that point or anything like that? Or
No, I've never had nothing like that. But that was like you probably experienced the same thing. Like you know, like the first time you go in, it's like everything's new to you. You know, I've never been there before, so that whole time it was like I was experiencing something new. You know. So then when I got out, like I was healthy and like helped my music heaps. You know, no, like I was clean. But then you know, you go back the second time, it's like, oh, fuck. Like you know, your tags there from last time you were in there. And, like it gets third time you go in, it's like, fuck. Fourth time, I'm over it now. Like you were saying before, I'm done with it.
yeah, because I mean, bro, when you look at it, I mean, if you hadn't got locked up, I mean, who knows where you'd be at by this point? But I mean, bro, it's you can still get there, bro. I mean, you're gonna get there, but yeah, I mean, bro, that's the only thing, man. I mean, I'm sure if you stay out of jail this time, you'll definitely take off, bro. Like,
No, yeah, it's easy done. Like the I think this obviously because I'm talking about myself, but the songs I got ready to drop this year, like it, there's like about 7 tracks and each of them are a banger. Something has to happen, you know.
Yeah, that's right. Well, so you got out last August, so that was your last one. So obviously this is the longest you've been out for the last couple of years. So
No, the
um
one bit where I was out for about. Oh no, you're right. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So I mean, so this is the longest you've been out now, and so like, how long was it before you started dropping music again? How long had you been out for before you released that first one?
um, it wasn't too long at all because that was Merks. Yeah, no, it wasn't long. That was about 6 months ago. So it would have been about a month after I got out. Because I remember it was like I had to get it done because like I lost a lot of shit while I was in jail. You know, like there's one thing I had to do is at least keep the music going. You know.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. Like what? So when you were locked up from that first time, have you performed much since then? Like performed in like shows or anything like that yet? Or
I love. Yeah, I've done since I've been out. I've done a show with Flows and Menace when Flows and Menace done their show in Melbourne.
yeah, flows are yeah, Heat Flows is mad.
Yeah, he's dope. And I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I was performing there. I done my own set there, and then a little bit before that, Inso came to Melbourne. I didn't perform there, but like I was to me, like, you know, I was on stage all night. Like I had a mad night. It was good.
Yeah, well, how was that, man? Like after getting out.
It's mad. Like we were meant to do this mad one, massive one, but then that's the one that the Jacks fucking stuck their nose up at and got it cancelled and shit. But that was going to be off its head. But we got another one coming up. Me and Juggerda has got a feature there or something like that. It's with Kid Curve, you know Kid Curve.
Yeah.
Yeah, he met I can't remember who else it is, but yeah, he asked me if I want to tag along. I said yeah, fucking oath.
Yeah,
So
100%.
yeah, I'm just gonna keep just my mouth shut till I get there. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
something happens again.
Yeah. Well, I mean, bro, in the music game right now, man, who are some artists that you can that you don't mind listening to at the moment?
Rob's goes good. Always listen to hadnt. I don't really listen to many Aussies though. Like I got a bunch that I like. You know, like Husky. Pretty much all the people I've like rapped with or I talk to. You know, but
Yeah.
I listen to more American over anything.
Yeah, 100%.
I
Yeah.
don't know. I don't. It's not that I relate to it. More just I don't know. I like the beats better. They sit. You know, they got a bit more of a melody to it.
Yeah. Yeah. Nice, nice. Well, look, man, bro, it's been good having you on the show once again, bro. I mean, like I said, bro, especially, being locked up together and seeing you inside, seeing you being out and seeing you doing your thing, it's always mad, especially from Melbourne and that, and especially because, the stuff you're rapping about, you've lived it and you've been in the cells and you've been in the yard with the boys and that. So I mean, again, bro, big respect for what you're doing, cuz.
Yeah, you too, brother. It's good to see you doing your thing as well. Eh?
Yeah, 100%, man. Is there anything else you wanted to say, bro, before we wrap it up, or anyone you wanted to shout out?
Oh yeah, like shout out to Hard Knocks. Shout out to Brody, Jazza, Mikey. Everyone that's put in something sort of effort to the Hard Knocks thing. You know, Static, X Visions, and fucking got a track dropping I think tomorrow night.
Oh, dope, man. Well, you got a name for it yet, or can you release the name, or
Yeah, I think it's all that.
all that? All right, man. Well, like I said, I'll leave the brothers' links in the description. Go check him out. I'll leave his YouTube. Go check out all his music. Like, definitely watch this guy if you see the views that he's already getting in 6 months, and the brother's fresh out the boob. This dude's got, like he said, he's got 7 tracks unreleased. How can he miss, man? How can he lose at this point? All right. Well, much love then, my brother.
All right then, brother. Thanks for having me.